A little bit inside on that one. Here comes the pitch and a swing and a miss. 1-1, the count goes even. Here comes the pitch, 1-1, a swing and a miss again. So a pitcher's count now 1-2. Looking for the first strikeout of the ball game here. Here comes the pitch. And swing and a miss. Strike out there. 3 pitches in a row. Swing and a miss for the second out at the top of the first here. The Bruins are 1 out away from getting out of this mess here and just allowing 1 run here in the first. Nathan Nesbitt is going to have something to say about that if he can. Up to bat here. The lefty. Here comes the pitch, and that one's going to be inside. You got to watch that runner over there on third base. It's DeAndre Sparks. It looks like he is ready to steal home the moment a pitch goes wild. Here comes the pitch with the 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. Got Nesbitt to swing on that one. Beautiful day for baseball here in West Tennessee. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be hit and right out of the way of the shortstop. 1 run's in, another one's in, and Bruins get this one in here. A 2 RBI single for Nesbitt puts Hardin County up 3-0. Opening day over in the MLB as well, and beautiful baseball weather all across the country as fans are just getting excited about the start of the professional season. But we are deep here into the high school season, and the Bruins looking for a win here today. A swing and a miss on the pitch outside. Hunter Phillips takes a look at it. One out away for the Bruins from getting out of this inning here. A runner on second and first, so still in trouble. A wild pitch, and the runners are going to advance. Hold up a play at third, but not in time. Good job from the Bruins to try to make a play over there at third as quick as possible. Unfortunately for them, they were not able to secure the out. That one high. Another wild pitch. The runners look like they're mixed up here. They'll hold as the runner goes back to second. Corbin Howard on the mound. 3-1 the count here with 2 outs. That one's going to be a little bit low, and the bases are full. And Hardin County really adding on here in the first inning. 2 outs here, though. The Bruins looking to put a stop to it with the 9th hitter up to bat, Ryder Harville. And a big swing and a miss there. Good pitch as that one tailed off the plate a little bit to the right. Just couldn't help himself, had to take a cut at it. Swing and a miss from the second baseman, and no good again. 0-2, a heavy pitcher's count here, so a little bit of room to play for the Bruins. They're going to look to get this out here and end the inning with as little harm done as possible. 3 runs are not the end of the world, but you got to get this out here. Good pitch right down the middle and caught him looking. The Bruins will head to the dugout down 3-0, but good thing for them, their bats are up here in just a moment in the bottom of the first. We'll be right back.
Tired of going to the dealerships only to see empty spaces? Then come to Carlock Nissan of Jackson. We have over 60 new vehicles in stock and more coming in daily. You can see, feel, and of course smell that new car smell. Save up to $8,600 off MSRP on a new Nissan. Plus, special APR financing as low as 1.9%. It's all at Carlock Nissan of Jackson. You should already be here.
Mention BallGame Blitz Sports Network and receive a free gift.
The Bruins are due up here in the bottom of the first. They are down 3 runs right now, but they're looking to come out swinging and make a quick comeback from that. Up first, it's going to be Kilburn again, and Scott. That's going to be the first 3 for the Bruins out of the dugout today, and they're looking to chip away at that Hardin County lead pretty quickly. The Bruins have had a little bit slower start to the year, but they're looking to get back on track. Coming off a loss the other day, 8-3 against Trinity, a Christian academy, but some moments of hope for the Bruins in the game the other day, and they are looking to shake that one off and move on here. Nathan Nesbitt, the pitcher for Hardin County is going to be Ian Stanley. Kilburn up to bat here for the Bruins. And that one's going to be called a strike. Looked a little bit low from the perspective up here, but not behind the plate. Here comes pitch number 2, 0-1 the count. That one is definitely low and outside. 1-1, the count evens up. Kilburn up to bat as then takes a cut at that one and is going to foul out to the left side. So 1-2 now the count. Stanley has a little bit of room to play with there on the mound. He's looking to get the first out here. And the pitch is on the way. Oh, almost hit him. 2-2 the count. Great job to get out of the way by Kilburn. That's ball 3, so the count will go full. This pitch is the payoff pitch here for the batter and for the pitcher. 3-2. And it's underway. That's going to be way outside. Ball 4 and a great comeback at bat there for Kilburn. He was down 1-2 and fought all the way back for a walk. He'll be the first runner for the Bruins here, and they'll start out the inning with the man on first. And Kilburn's brother up to bat now. Max Kilburn. And they're going to check on him there at first. The ball gets a little bit loose, but not enough room for Kilburn to take off for second. So we will reset here as the pitcher takes the mound. And that's going to hit him. So an easy base there for Kilburn, and the brothers are both on the bags. The Bruins started off with 2 runners, no outs here. Wyatt Scott up to bat here, the sophomore for the Bruins. He's got 2 runners on, looking to get an RBI here with the single potentially, or maybe do some more damage as well. Now, it's a new season for high school baseball, but the rules are the same. If you were watching the major leagues today for the first time, you may have noticed some significant rule changes. That one's going to foul back right over the press box here. Of course, the pitch clock coming into play in the major leagues, bigger bases, and the banning of the shift. A lot of rule changes for Major League Baseball, but still America's pastime, and it's been a beautiful day for opening day today. My Braves got it done earlier today, so I'm excited about that. And Bruins looking to get it done here. Shows a bunt. Pitcher's going to turn around and reset. Didn't like the lead Kilburn had over there at second. Shows the bunt and right to the pitcher. They're going to go for the play at third. Safe all around, and didn't it go for the easy play over at first, and that's going to result in no outs and the bases loaded for your Bruins. Clinton Hardin, the junior, up to bat here with the bases loaded. Chance to get this ball game back to a lead for the Bruins. Could be 4-3 off one swing or chip away at this. That one's going to go right out to the middle of right and center field. It's going to drop. Runners are just now running. One's going to score. Two's going to score standing up, and a double there. 2 RBIs, and the Bruins make it 3-2 off a beautiful hit from Howard. The Bruins may have gone down 3-0 here in the beginning of this one, but they are showing that they are not going down easy. 2 runs fought back already from the Bruins, and still no outs. Kurt Sammons is up to bat. Didn't like the look of that one. It'll be calling for strike 1. Here comes the second pitch. That one outside. He almost swung at it, but thought better of it. 1-1 now your count. That one's going to be called for a strike. Looked like the same pitch as the one before, but apparently this time that is a strike. 1-2 the count now. Hardin County still looking for their first out of the ball game. One's going to be fouled deep, but out left field side. One and two still the count, and the pitch is headed now. That one's going to be chopped right to first base. A run will score, and it's a race to the bag. But that's going to be out number 1 for the Bruins. Good sacrifice there. So the Bruins tie it up. Logan Foster up to bat here for the Bruins. Jackson Seals is going to be up to bat now. The senior for the Bruins takes a big cut at it. It's going towards the right field side. Might be in play. They're not going to be able to get there in time. So that's going to be foul. Strike number 1. A single here would make it a Bruins lead. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be low for ball number 1. That one's going to be hit right back to the pitcher. And easy out there at first. Gets the Hardin County Tigers out of the inning, but not before the Bruins tie it up 3-3 as we head into the second here at BallGame Blitz.
Ready for spring cleaning? Don't forget your HVAC system. Somebody needs to clean out all that dust and grime, and that somebody is us. Let McCoy's Heating and Air professionally clean your system so cool air can flow where it needs to go. Schedule now and you can get your cleaning for only $90. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Carlac Prestige is not your typical used car dealer. We have everything from a Porsche to to this, and lots more. We inspect and repair all our vehicles. Ask us to prove it. We will.
Carlac Prestige, Van Drive, Jackson.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all prearranged funerals. So you may have prearranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all prearranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
We are headed into the top of the second inning here. Both teams giving up 3 runs in the first inning, but the Bruins looking to have an easy 3 up, 3 down here. Sun is starting to set, and the shadows in the field will even out, but right now it can be difficult to get some balls out there in the outfield when suddenly you hit a sunspot. So, of course, both teams dealing with that right now. Here's a throw down to second, and the teams are ready to go. Number 19 up to bat, Abram Wilkerson. It's the top of the Tigers lineup. Center fielder at the plate now. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be low and outside. That one outside as well. 2-0 your count. That one right down the middle, a swing and a miss. 2-1 now the count. Still a hitter's count. The 2-1. That's going to make it 3-1. Corbin Howard falls behind here. 3-1 the count, but still a chance to battle back. Here comes the pitch. That one a good comeback pitch and makes the count full. 3-2 off a swing and a miss. Here comes the full count pitch. That one's going to be hit right to the shortstop and bounces off his glove. That will be a fielding error, and the runner will reach on that. Clinton Hardin, the shortstop there, unable to make the play, but at least he kept it in the infield to limit the runner to one bag. Bruins wouldn't mind a quick double play here to get out of a little bit of trouble. Up to bat, it's DeAndre Sparks, who reached his last time up to bat. 3 runs in the first inning for the Tigers, 3 runs in the first inning for the Bruins. Here comes the 1-0. Runners going. Here's a throw down to second. It's a good one, but a little bit late. Right on target, just not in time. Wilkerson got a good jump on that. He's going to be in scoring position now with no outs. Two and 0 the count now. That one's popped right back. And foul out of bounds. Two and 1 the count here to Sparks. Watching the runner closely there on second. Here comes the pitch. High. Ball 3. The runner looked like he was thinking about stealing third there and got a really solid jump after the pitch, but regardless, will stay there at second. 3 and 1, unless it's close. The hitter is not swinging. That was close. It's going to be hit out to left field, and that'll be an easy out for the Bruins. First out of the second inning here. Good comeback there from the Bruins to make sure to get the runner. Howard doing a good job of pitching to the Tigers. He inherited bases loaded in the first inning. He's got one out here and a runner on second. He turns around, doesn't throw, but he's got to keep that runner honest there at second. Here comes the pitch. I'm going to call that one a strike. Just painted the corner of the batter's box. So 0-1 the count as Howard jumps on here. Here's the pitch. Another good one. That one's going to be hit in the gap. If they can get there in time, it's going to be down. One runner's going to score, headed to second, and that's going to be a stand-up double to drive in a run for the Tigers. That was well hit. Just barely stayed in the park. A few more feet on that one, and Samples would have had himself a home run, but for the Bruins, they are lucky that that one was just a double, and up to bat is Caleb McGee. Here's the pitch. That one's popped straight back over towards the concession stand, and look out. Howard able to jump ahead. One strike here. McGee, the right-hander, at the plate. Here comes the pitch. That's a good one, but It's going to be cranked over to left field. It keeps going. It's high, and that one is out of here. A 2-run homer for Caleb McGee. And Hardin County adding on 6-3. He got every bit of that one as the team's going to come out of the dugout for a little bit of celebration here. The boys from down in Savannah jump ahead 6-3. Base is loaded, or not loaded right now. Base is empty, excuse me. I was thinking about how the bases were empty, and I said base is loaded. But Strider Jones will be at the plate here. 1 out. That one's going to be a bit high and to the outside. That one low in the dirt. Ball 2.
I reset the whole thing and redid the whole ball game.
3-0 the count.
Didn't do it, and Hardin County's isn't working either. That's fine. So, I've got it. There's a red balloon up there.
Ball 4. And 4 balls in a row will send Jones over to first base, and this is going to bring about a visit to the mound. That's going to be it for Howard. We're going to see a change of pitching for the Bruins. Howard's going to go over to third. And we're going to have some warm-ups for pitching here. We'll take a quick break here at BallGame Blitz and be back when the action continues.
Fleet Feet, your locally owned source for the best shoes for school, work, running, and everyday comfort. They offer a 3D scan of your feet and professional fitting. Fleet Feet sells the top-selling brands Hoka, On Cloud, and Brooks. To add comfort to your spikes or other performance shoes, let Fleet Feet fit you for a pair of arch support inserts. Get the quality you want and the service you deserve at Fleet Feet in Jackson on Oil Well Road beside Walgreens.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Berkeley Pettigrew is going to come in to relieve here for the Bruins. 6-3 is the score. They've got 1 out and a runner on first. We are going to be right back into the action. Now, whenever you rely on technology and it lets you down, sometimes you're left without stats. So I'm going to do my best to keep on top of it for you here today. But just a bit of a disclaimer. Will Strickland is up to bat here. A right-handed catcher. That one's going to be inside. Good eye on that one. Strickland struck out in his first at-bat. That one's low. There were calls for a runner, but the runner decided to think better of it and stay there at first. 2-0 the count. Pettigrew deals. That one's good. Strike 1. Found the inside corner, low in the strike zone. A good pitch there from Pettigrew. Even though you've had your warm-ups, it takes a little bit to adjust at the mound. That's a strike 2 and thrown away on the stealing attempt, but the runner will stay at second. Strider Jones steals the bag. 2-2 the count. Pettigrew looking to get a strikeout here. Move on to 2 outs. Here comes the pitch to Strickland. That one's in the dirt. Good job keeping it in front of him, but the play is going to be late at third. And the speed of Strider Jones. He's got 2 stolen bags here. And it's a full count. 1 out. Strickland up to bat. Here comes the full count pitch. It's a swing. It's going out to center field, backing up. Finds it and is going to corral that one in. Now the run will score, but it's 2 outs for the Bruins. 7-3 is the score. Nathan Nesbitt, the left-hander, up to bat here. Here comes the first pitch. Shows bunt. Pulls it back, but it's going to be strike 1 nonetheless. Jumping out on the hitter here is Pettigrew. Here comes the second pitch. That one finds the outside of the strike zone. Good pitch there, and 0-2 jumps out in front of Nesbitt. Payoff pitch and outside. He had a few to waste. 1-2 now the count. You don't have to get them right away on the first 3 pitches. It's 3 strikes and you're out, but it's not 1 ball and you walk. That one is going to be ball number 2 as it hits the dirt. 2-2. Little bit of a breeze out here at USJ, dealing with that as well. That's going to be cut and out to center field. Should be an easy play, and it will be. So the Bruins out of the inning, 7-3. We'll take a quick break here at BallGame Blitz.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
The Bruins are facing a 3-run deficit. 4-run. My math is off today. 7-3 is the score. The Bruins up to bat. They were able to get 3 back in the first. Hardin County added on 4. Let's see if they can get the 4 back here. Up to bat, it's going to be number 10 for your Bruins. Maddox Rebin. The right-hander up to bat here, a senior here at USJ. He's going to see his first pitch tonight. That one's going to be way outside. Gets away from him. Here comes the other pitch to Rabin. That's going to hit him right in the back in the easy base there. So the Bruins will start the second the way they started the first, with a walk and a runner on first. Up now is going to be Corbin Howard. It's going to be popped straight back for strike number 1. That one way in the dirt for ball number 1. Looked like the Bruins thought about running there and decided not to. That one's going to be hit out to right field and down for a single. Corbin Howard able to reach base there. A solid hit right over to right field. The Bruins are going to continue to cook. Back to the top of their lineup, it's Nash Kilburn, who of course walked in his first at-bat here today. Quick meeting here at the mound. We'll take a break as well here at BallGame Blitz and be back in just a moment.
For anyone contemplating pre-planning, we can tell you from our experience, it's much easier to make funeral plans and record them now than wait until emotions are running at their highest.
With pre-planning, you can free your mind and heart from having to make big decisions during a time of grief and instead enjoy the freedom to focus on the memories of a life well lived.
Kilburn up to bat here, Stanley pitching, and our stats are working now for you. But 2 runners on right now for the Bruins and no outs, a real opportunity here to chip away at this deficit. Here comes, and they're going to back off that one. Looked awful close to a balk to me, but will not be called for it. So here comes the first pitch. They're being extra cautious, especially Stanley. Thought about throwing over to second, but there's nobody on the back. Bruins wouldn't mind if he threw over there to second base. When nobody's guarding, you can get a pretty substantial lead there at second. And they're going to pause again, step off the rubber there. Stanley very cautious to throw the ball right now. No outs, 2 runners on, and Kilburn walked in his first at-bat. Backing off again. And this is where the pitch clock in the MLB would come into play. You think when you see something like this, you realize why that rule change came about. Now, baseball purists like myself and some of you out there maybe don't love the pitch clock, but it really is going to help the game in the long run as a wild pitch is down in the dirt and the runners will advance. So 1-0. Kilburn doing a good job of getting out of the way of that one. The runner's able to advance. Second and third right now for the Bruins. They've got 2 runners in scoring position. Rabin and Howard on the bags. And Kilburn up to bat. 1-0. Here's the pitch. Way inside. 2-0. Kilburn, a good eye. Of course, he walked in his first at-bat here today. Here comes the 2-0. That's going to be hit foul down the first base side. And a good play there from the first base coach. Barehanded it. Weather is cooling off here at USJ, dropping down to 67 degrees, and it's going to continue to drop. That one's way inside. Ball 3, 3-1. Kilburn is not going to be swinging unless it's right down the middle. And depending on what coach you talk to, you still might not swing 3-1, but I'm sure Kilburn has the green light here. That one's going to be down low. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Kilburn, technically, if you look at Your scorebook has no at-bats today. 2 walks for him. And that's going to bring on his brother, Max Kilburn, with the bases loaded. A huge opportunity here. No outs for the Bruins. Here comes the pitch. Down in the dirt again. Stanley, 29 pitches in. Seems to be struggling a little bit here in the second. That one down in the dirt as well. It's going to get loose, but not loose enough to bring a run in home. So 2-0 the count. Kilburn looking at a good hitter's count. And they're going to talk it over here on the mound for a moment, just between the catcher and the pitcher. Trying to get him calmed down a little bit to just throw a strike and trust the defense. So we'll reset here. Kilburn will get back in the box. Here it comes. Down in the dirt again. Gets past the catcher, but dives right there. 3-0 now the count. Bruins doing a good job of fighting back. Gave up 3 there in the first, 4 in the second. They got 3 back in the first. They got the bases loaded with no outs here. You'd be surprised if they don't score here. No swing, just barely in the strike zone, but 3-0, you don't blame a guy for looking at a pitch a little bit high. 3-1. Here comes the pitch. Stanley deals. That one's cut right out there to center. It's going to be caught, but a run will score off the sacrifice fly, and the Bruins get one back, 7-4. Kilburn cranked that one out to center field, but unfortunately, Wilkerson was right there to make the play. So Stanley battles back from 3-0 the count at one point, able to get the out, but not without giving up a run for the Bruins. Runners now on first and second. Scott's going to be up to bat here. Scott is 0 for 1. Swings at the first pitch. It's going to be popped out and out of play. Here comes the 0-1. That's going to be strike 2. Caught him looking at it. Howard's getting a pretty big lead over there on second. A pitcher's count, 0-2 with 1 out. Stanley steps into it and way high on that one. One and 2 now your count. Bruins facing a 3-run deficit right now. Stanley taking his time, making sure the runner's not getting an inch there, and oh my goodness, he's going to get a good call there. That one looked high and inside to me. But the Blues saw it a little bit differently. Called him strike 3 looking, so 2 outs now. They're going to throw over to second. Barely back in time is Howard. He had a huge lead. Stanley made a good move to try and get the pick off, but just a second late as Howard comes sliding back into the bag. Hardin up to bat. Here's the pitch. He's going to chop that one takes a little bit of a bounce. If he can beat that one out, and he will. And that one's going to be scored. A single just took an awkward bounce, but no fielding error. An infield single. And right there on the scoreboard, you can see the H. They scored it a hit. So back to the bases loaded for the Bruins. They do have 2 outs. Hardin did a good job of tomahawk chopping that one. And shortstop was unable to make a play on it. Sammons is going to come up to bat, 0-1. But he was able to bring in a run off the sacrifice early on in the first inning. Strike 1 is called. Stanley really taking his time with these pitches. That one is low for ball 1. One and one is on the way. Swing there right to the second baseman, and the play at second will end the inning, but the Bruins get one back, 7-4. We'll be back in just a moment.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating, 668-3339, for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
The Bruins were able to get one back, 7-4 here at USJ. The sun almost completely set. The lights are on, and it is a beautiful night for some baseball. 67 degrees is the temperature right now. Now, maybe some storms later tonight, I'm sure you've heard, but right now the skies are beautiful, and the Bruins playing a good game so far. Pettigrew is going to stay on the mound here. Here comes the first pitch. Outside, but he showed the bunt, so strike 1. He went chasing that one a little bit. Phillips is up to bat. Strike 2. Pettigrew is going right at it. Oh, we're going to call that pitch off for timeout for the batter. It was going to be chopped right back and foul out of play. 0-2 still your count. Pettigrew is looking for that payoff pitch. Looking for his first strikeout of the ball game as well. Gets the sign from the catcher. Here comes the pitch. Good swing and a miss. Pettigrew's first strikeout and a beautiful pitch. So a quick out there for the Bruins. Harville up to bat now. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Big swing and a miss. Pitch was in a good spot, but would not have been a strike if he had not swung. Here comes the 0-1. That one's a bit high. Called for ball number 1. 1-1. The count is now even. Ball number 2. Good eye for Harville. Harville struck out in his first at-bat. He's going to hit that one almost straight up. In the infield, who wants it? And that one's going to be just dropped. It's almost like they couldn't decide who was going to get that one. Rabin tried to make the play. Wasn't able to catch that one. It bounced in and out of his glove, so it's going to be an error. I want to pitch a little bit outside. Now having to pitch with a runner on and 1 out. Unfortunate because that should have been out number 2 for the Bruins. That one's going to be hit right out to center field. Tracking it, it's over his head, and that one's going to be down. Runners going to second and third. Here comes the pitch to the cutoff, and a great throw to home. He's going to keep the runner from scoring. 1 out, though, off a double to center field just over the head of Scott out there. So Pettigrew, 20 pitches in. And it's Sparks up to bat. He shows bunt, and he's going to bunt it right foul over towards the Bruins dugout. Strike number 1 for Pettigrew. So now the bunt has been shown. Howard's going to be on high alert, playing on the home side of the third base bag. See him playing in a little bit tightly, ready to rush in if the squeeze play is put on. We'll see what Sparks does. Here's the pitch. No bunt. He's fully swinging and fouled it off to the left side and straight back. 0-2 now for Pettigrew. He's going to be looking for that strikeout pitch here. You don't want the ball to be put in play. You do have a runner on third. So a ground out, even a pop out deep to left or right field could score a run. So you're really looking for a strikeout here with 1 out. That's a pitch. Is going to bounce off the catcher, and the run will score at home without a play. Wilkerson will move over to third. And Hardin County up 8-4 now on the Bruins off the wild pitch from Pettigrew. Here comes the 1-2 to Spark. Runner playing games over there at third. The pitch is good, though, and that's going to be tipped off Pettigrew's glove and out of reach for the shortstop. Could really score that one as a hit because of the bounce it took. Maybe scored as an error. We'll see what the official score is. Definitely could go either way, but Tigers add on 9-4 now. They're going to call that one a single. 1 out. Chance for a double play here for the Bruins. If they can put it on the ground, way out of bounds. Absolutely rocketed for strike number 1. If you're the Bruins, you're glad that one went foul. Samples is up to bat, 1 for 1 in the ball game so far. Samples had a double in the first. 0-1 to him right now, a little bit high. Sparks was halfway to second base and retreats back to first. One and one now the count. Pettigrew up to 28 pitches. Throw over to first to check on Sparks. Not going to be in time, but just going to keep him honest over there. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to bounce off the catcher, and moving up will be Sparks. Kilburn unable to stop that one in front of him. 2-1 the count now with the runner on second. Important pitch here, 2-1, one out, but a runner on scoring position and high for ball three. Pettigrew approaching 30 pitches. Looks like he's getting a little bit tired there on the mound. Here comes a 3-1. That's going to be in the dirt and out of reach. So Sparks will move over to third, and the walk. 4 Samples he'll reach base. That's going to bring up McGee. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game today. He hit a bomb over to left field. A 2-run homer in the second inning. He's up to bat with runners on the corners and just 1 out here. That one's going to be inside, and the runner will take second. May have been the slowest stolen base that I've seen in a long time. Samples moves over to second. He wasn't even looking at the bag. He was looking at home to see if there was going to be a throw. If there had been a throw, he probably would have been out. That one's going to be high for ball number 2. So 2-0, a hitter's count now for McGee. McGee will watch strike number 1. A good pitch there. Drop down into the bottom of the strike zone. So 2-1 now the count. Pettigrew up to 32 pitches. He's looking to try to get out of this inning here. That one swing and hit over to left field for McGee. He's going to add on 2 more RBIs. The throw to home is going to be late and off the mark. So McGee's going to go ahead and move over to second. Looks like he's thinking about third, but he's going to go ahead and retreat back to second. So the single from McGee is going to drive in 2 runs, his second hit of the ball game. And now it's 11-4. Hardin County really adding on here. 4 runs in the third inning, and they've still just got 1 out. Pettigrew will continue on the mound. That one's going to be hit right back to left field where the last one was hit, a little bit deeper. It's going to go all the way to the fence for an RBI stand-up double. And Hardin County is just seeing the ball really well right now. That was Jones' first hit of the ball game, a double over to left field. We're seeing if we're going to make a pitching change here. I think we will. Looks like Pettigrew will be done after 35 pitches. Well, maybe they're just going to talk it over here, see how they want to approach this at bat. Looks like Pettigrew may stay in the ball game here. The Bruins down 8 runs right now, but overall, Pettigrew has not been doing a bad job pitching the baseball. He's been throwing strikes, but the Tigers have just been hitting the ball well. Couple of errors, of course, making it more difficult for the Bruins. Looks like Pettigrew will stay in the ball game. They're just talking over how to approach Strickland. Strickland is up to bat here. He had a 2 RBI hit earlier today. That's going to be low for ball number 1. That pitch, strike number 1, makes the count go even. Pettigrew's still pitching very well. Just like I said moments ago, the Tigers doing a good job of hitting the ball. 1-1-1. Here comes the ball. Oh, pitcher was just about ready to pitch. And Strickland's going to call for a timeout right before the ball gets out of the hand of Pettigrew. Here comes the 1-1. That one's strike number 2. Great placement on that pitch. Outside corner of the strike zone. Pettigrew is still doing a great job of putting the ball where he wants it. Looking for a strikeout here and an easy out for the Bruins. 1-2. We could get it done with this next pitch here. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. But the ball was loose, so they're going to have to throw it over to first, and overthrowing it is Kilburn. So runners now on first and third off what is going to be an error for Kilburn. Was just about a strikeout and the second out for the Bruins. They were unable to make the play there at first. So now just one out and runners on the corner. Now this could be reversed with an easy ground ball and a double play. That one's going to be just off the plate a little bit for ball number 1. Here comes the 1-0. Strike number 1. That's going to be ball number 2 outside. So 2-1 now the count. Pettigrew is up to 40 pitches. That one's going to be hit right to the shortstop and made a great play over to first for 2, and that's going to end the inning. A great play there for Hardin, and he gets the Bruins out of that, so ultimately the strikeout that turned into an error and a runner on first will not matter. 12-4 your score here at USJ. At the end of the bottom, we're headed to the bottom of the third.
Ready for spring cleaning? Don't forget your HVAC system. Somebody needs to clean out all that dust and grime, and that somebody is us. Let McCoy's Heating and Air professionally clean your system so cool air can flow where it needs to go. Schedule now and you can get your cleaning for only $90. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Football looks fun. I bet I would have been great at it. The first football playing Deer, they would have made a movie about me and everything. Probably get Kurt Russell to play me. But alas, me and my dreams run right over again.
For fast, reliable collision repair, trust the experts at Mitchell's Body Shop. And get back out there.
Back here at USJ, the Bruins able to put an end to what was a 5-run inning for the Tigers from Hardin County. So 12-4 is your score. The Bruins are due up here and looking to chip away at this one. It's just the bottom of the third. But the Bats are going to have to get going. They were able to get 3 in the first and 1 back there in the second. But the Bruins are really going to have to get it going to get back into this ball game. We're going to see a new pitcher for Hardin County. It's going to be number 9 for Hardin County. Give me just a moment and I'll look up who that is.
Now ready, we're live. Let's go.
Here comes the first pitch. That one's going to be just a hair low, I presume. It's going to be called for ball 1. Almost looks like it found that corner. That one's going to be high for ball number 2. And 3-0 quickly is the count. Jones is looking to get a walk here. Shows bunt and pulls it back, but it's going to be strike number 1 right down the middle. Shelby on the mound for the 3-1. That one's going to be high for ball number 4. So Jones will head over to first, and the Bruins have started every inning at the plate with a walk. Sills up to bat now with the runner on and no outs. Here comes the first pitch. Way outside, it's going to get loose and easy over to second for Jones. He was a quarter of the way over to third, thinking ambitious. Shelby on the mound now. The 1-0 to Sills. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be hit deep over to right field. Second baseman's got looking over his head, and the play will be pretty easy. The runner will have to retreat back to second. So 1 out. Sills gave it a ride, but it's going to be caught out there in right field for out number 1. Here comes the first pitch of the at-bat. That one's going to be outside for ball number 1. Jones dancing over there around second base, trying to create a bit of a distraction. He's got a healthy lead. Shelby jumps off the rubber there. They're going to go talk it over at the mound. We'll see if they keep Shelby in. He only faced 2 batters. They got 1 out and 1 walk. Just down 1-0 here to Rabin. They have a healthy lead. I don't know why you would consider pulling him out here, but they're going to talk to him after giving up 1 walk and 1 ball. They want to make sure, I guess, they keep this one out of hand for the Bruins. But we're going to go right back at it with Shelby on the mound. Just 8 pitches in. And we're just moments away from the 9th pitch. Maddox Rabun up to bat, the first baseman for the Bruins. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. A good cut. That's going to make the count even at 1. Still a healthy lead over there for Jones at second. And after the pitch, you can see he gets a couple more steps in. By the time it's all said and done, he's nearly halfway over to second. They're going to try to make a play. They're going to overthrow it. But good job from the second baseman to rush over. Nesbitt made sure that there was no attempt to go ahead and get over to third for Jones. The 1-1. That's going to be just inside for strike number 1. Excuse me, strike number 2. Feels like it's been a while since we had an at-bat, but just a couple throws over to second. 1-2 the count. Shelby's going to step off the rubber once again. Rabin up to bat. Here's a pitch way over his head. And easy over to third for Jones. That pitch was moving fast, and it was headed right towards the head of Rabin. Two and two is the count. Jones now over there on third. One wild pitch away or a ball hit deep from scoring and making this one a 12-5 ball game. Here's the pitch. That one is high for ball number 3, and the count is full. Shelby 12 pitches in now. Here comes the payoff pitch. Way in the dirt for ball number 4, and it's runners on the corners. So the Bruins looking to maybe add on here. Just one out, runners on first and third. That's going to bring Howard to the plate, who is 1 for 1 today. Here's going to be the first pitch from Shelby to Howard. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He's a bit behind on the swing. Corbin Howard a chance for an RBI here if he hits this one deep. That's going to be ball number 1. Good eye on that one. That one a cut. And it's going to bounce off the runner. So that should mean that Rabin is out. We'll see what they're talking about here. The umpire's going to go and talk over to Bruins coach. It should be that the runner hit by the ball is out. We'll see what they're going to go ahead and say here. Looks like the Blues are going to talk it over. Looks like it hit Rabin, and if it did, then he would be out. We will figure out alongside you in just a moment here. They're having a pretty long discussion about it. From what I understand, the runner would be out, but the rest of the play is live. So they're going to say he is out. But I believe Corbin Howard will stay at first, and Jones is going to stay over there at third, and that is correct. So 2 outs. The run did not score. So now it's 2 outs. And Kilburn is up to bat, who has 2 walks on the day. And so far on the season, he's hitting an impressive .357. Headed into today's ball game, he takes strike number 1 there. He's looking to make something happen with runners on the corners and looks at ball number 1. Kilburn has a good eye at the plate. Here comes the 1-1. Way high on that one for ball number 2. And Kilburn really didn't even get his bat ready to swing. It's like he knew from the moment it was headed out of Shelby's hand that was going to be ball number 2. Shelby up to 18 pitches now from the mound. That one's going to be loose. Runners are moving. A run's going to score as Jones comes in, and Howard over to second. So the Bruins get one back. It's 12-5 here at USJ, and Kilburn has a 3-1 count right now at the plate. So a chance for him to get on as well. I would bring up his brother. Here comes a 3-1, way inside for ball number 4, and Kilburn 3 walks on the day. Just seeing the ball really well, and maybe it's because he's on the smaller side, but it looks like Hardin County just can't throw a strike to him. 4-1, they put him on the base. So Max Kilburn, his brother's going to come up to bat. Max Kilburn was hit by a pitch earlier. So the Bruins able to get one back here in this inning. Looks like the coaches are going to talk something over. Maybe we're making a substitution for Shelby on the mound. Not sure exactly what's going to happen, but 2 Hardin County coaches are out on the field talking to the umpire now. You can see it right there on your screen. Some of these great angles here at Worthy Road Studios. Looks like they may have figured it out. We've got to alert the umpire to the changes being made. But we'll see if Shelby remains on the mound. Just 21 pitches in. He's given up 1 run here in this inning. He's got 2 outs, but 2 runners on. So it looks like we will see some substitutions from Hardin County. It's going to bring in a new pitcher. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to tell you who's be on the mound, and we'll continue with the action here at BallGame Blitz.
We offer live webcasting for families. It kind of came out of when so many warriors were going overseas to war. We have learned to offer families more choices, that we want to serve our families well and serve our families better.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Max Kilburn is due up with the runner on first and second. 2 outs here. The Bruins able to get one back here in the third, but they still trail by 7 to Hardin County. A new pitcher on the mound for Hardin, warming up right now. The boys from down in Savannah are in town in Jackson tonight. Little Imperial Death March being played here at USJ. The Bruins looking to maybe get a bit of that energy here and claw their way back into this ball game. There are 2 outs, but Bruins do have 2 runners on, so an opportunity to continue to cut at that deficit. Taking their time with the warm-ups here. And it looks like they're good now. So some substitutions. And that's going to bring Sparks to pitch for the Tigers. Kilburn still up to bat with 2 runners on and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That one was outside. It looks like Sparks' hat is going to come off after every pitch. Happened during warm-ups. Happened right there on that one. 0-1 the count. And that's going to be strike number 2. The hat did remain on, though. So 0-2 the count. Sparks jumps out ahead over Kilburn. So here's the 0-2. If it's anywhere close, Kilburn has got to cut it away. That one outside enough to not take a swing at it. 1-2 now the count. Here's the pitch. That one's hit right over to the shortstop. Will make the play at second. And that will end the inning for your Bruins. 12-5 the score at the end of 3. We'll be right back.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way, peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
Bruins are down on the defensive end now, 12-5. And they're looking to limit Hardin County to no runs here for the first time today. Hardin's been able to get at least 3 in every inning, 3 in the first, 4 in the second, and 5 in the third. They've been hitting the ball very well. Bruins haven't done a bad job of pitching, but a couple errors and some big hits from the Tigers have made it the ball game that it is. It's going to be Jones on the mound to start this inning. First pitches from him this ball game, and it's been 4 pitchers for the Bruins today. Using a lot of pitchers, but their pitch count has gotten pretty high. Salmon started the ball game off. Howard came in to relieve in the first. Did about an inning and a third. Then Pettigrew went 1 inning and 2 outs. Now we're going to bring in Jones on the mound. So we'll see what he has for us. And up to bat, it's going to be Phillips, the DH for the Tigers. He has a walk and a strikeout in the ball game so far. That one's going to be low for ball number 1. Here comes the second pitch of the at-bat. That one low as well for ball number 2. Phillips is going to make Jones throw a strike here. He's not going to swing the bat till he sees that there's one in the zone. That one won't be it. 3-0. Jones falls behind. And there's no shot Phillips swings at this one unless it's right in the center of the strike zone. Jones is going to have to prove that he can throw a strike here. That's going to be ball number 4. So a pitch and a walk. 4 straight balls there for Jones. And Phillips will take first base. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be high for ball number 1. Phillips moving over there a little bit on first. Looks like he might attempt to steal here in a moment. Could be running on this pitch. He's getting a big lead over there. He's not going to be going. Strike number 1. Jones able to get that one into the strike zone. 1-1 now the count. Bruins would love to have a double play ground ball here. And runner is going. Ball is in. That was going to be high, but caught by the shortstop. So the runner is safe. Phillips able to steal second, and the Bruins able to limit that one from going out into center field. 2-1 now the count to Harville. Harville 0 for 2, looking for his first hit of the ball game. A swing and a miss. 2-2 now the count. That was a good pitch. Harville struck out once in the ball game. And reached on an error. We see what he can do here. 2-2. That one, strike 3. Got him looking. Out number 1, and a great pitch there from Jones. So Jones able to come back from down 2-0 to strike him out on the next 3 pitches. Great job bouncing back. It's going to bring up Wilkerson. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. And strike number 1. Looks like Jones has found his rhythm a little bit here. Last 4 pitches have been strikes. Here comes the 0-1. Good pitch there. It's going to be right to the shortstop. Should be an easy play at first. Throws a bullet. And a great play there by Hardin. So 2 outs for the Bruins. You do have Phillips over there on third, but if you get the out here, it will not matter. Here comes the pitch. Kilburn able to corral that one back in. It's ball number 1. Sparks at the plate. He's 1 for 2. He's got a hit and a walk. Here comes the 1-0 in just a moment from Jones. That one's going to be fouled way off to the left. 1-1 now the count. Jones up to 12 pitches, but he's got 2 outs. Here comes the 1-1. Good movement on that one, but just didn't cut back into the strike zone. 2-1. It's the 2-1. Right in the same spot. 3-1 now. Got to bring that one into the strike zone. Sparks, of course, is a hitter at the plate that's not going to swing recklessly. He's 1 for 2 today. He's got a walk as well. He's going to cut at that one and make the count full. So it comes down to this pitch here. Jones trying to get out of the inning without giving up a run to Hardin County. Sparks, of course, would like to have something to say about that. 3-2, 2 outs, a runner on third, and here's the pitch. One's going to be chopped straight back again. Now the kid's right outside of the ball field, probably having a good time right now with all these balls being hit right back to him. Still a full count. Sparks able to stay alive. Jones is throwing some good pitches right now. He's looking for that payoff one here. Here it is. Gets him to swing and foul it off again. Sparks just barely able to get the bat on that one. Sparks is swinging right now to stay alive. Fouled off the last 3. We'll see if this one ends the at-bat here. 3-2. As swing. Now we've got to make the throw over to first. Kilburn takes his time, but bounces it off the ground, and a run will come in. Phillips able to score as Sparks beats out the throw over to first. So the Bruins were just about out of the inning. That was the strikeout that would have done it, but if you don't watch a lot of baseball, when you strike out swinging, if the catcher drops the ball like that, you have an opportunity to run over to first. They've got to tag you out or get the force out. And right there, they just weren't able to get the runner out. So 4 errors now for the Bruins. Sparks on first. It's a brand new count. It's ball number 1. It can really rattle a pitcher when you get a hitter like that and still are not able to get out of the inning. Takes a little bit of time to bounce right back. It's Samples at the plate. He's 1 for 1. That one's going to be way outside for ball number 2. Sparks over to second. The throw was not there. Samples has a double on the day. Right now he's looking at a 2-0 count. 2 outs, though. The Bruins need just 1 to get out of this inning. That one's going to be cut right back. It might stay fair, just enough to make a play. And unable to make the play is Howard. It will be a strike, so 2-1, but making that play would have got the Bruins out of this inning. 7 hits for the Tigers, good for 13 runs combined with those 4 errors from the Bruins. Bruins have 3 hits for 5 runs, and if they can get out of this one, they're looking to cut away. Here's the 2-1, a big run or lead over there at second for Sparks. That one's going to get away from Kilburn, and Sparks will move over to third. So runner now on third. It's 3-1. You've got to get the out here. Here comes the pitch. Tried to frame it, but that's going to be ball number 4. Now, if you get the out here, no harm, no foul, but Samples will take first. Jones up to 24 pitches. Could have been out of the inning if the play was made at first. That would have been 17 pitches, but now we're approaching that 25-pitch mark. It's 2 outs. McGee is up to bat. He's 2 for 3. Had a monster home run to left field, a single to left field. That one's right down the middle. Good pitch there. Jones is coming right at McGee. It's the 0-1. Good movement on that pitch, but just a little bit inside. Had a little bit of a nasty curve on that one, but didn't get McGee to swing. That's that same pitch, went right back to it and gets the call that time. 1-2. Looked like Samples was on the move, but he will not take second. So a chance to get out of the inning here. McGee, it's 1-2 with 2 outs. Runners on the corners, but it won't matter if you get the guy here. Here comes the pitch. That one's outside. Kilburn did a good job of going over there to get it to prevent a run from coming home. So 2-2 now the count with 2 outs. 2 runners on as well. Bruins trail it by 8 right now, looking to put the fire out here in the 4th. That's a good pitch. It's going to be fouled right back to the dugout, and the team tries to make a play. So 2-2 off the foul ball. Jones is pitching good. He just can't quite get out of the inning. Here comes the 2-2 again. Swing and foul again. McGee is just chopping those off right now, looking for a pitch to really hit. A lot of movement from Samples over there on first, but he hasn't moved too much. Of course, the ball has been fouled off the last 2 times. Can't run on a foul ball. Here comes the 2-2 once again. It's the 3rd time. That's a good pitch. Got him to swing, but he just barely made contact and will foul that one straight back. So the last 3 have been fouled out of bounds. Still 2-2. Here comes the pitch. That one's high. 3-2 now the full count. McGee has been fouling off every pitch that Jones has put in the strike zone. Jones has got to make one more here. 3-2. Might go back to that curve ball. He does, but it's going to be ball number 4. It's going to be low. So McGee gets the first base, and it wasn't an easy one for him. He fouled off 3 straight strikes to keep the count 2-2, gets that third ball and the fourth ball right after. So bases loaded now for Hardin County. Still 2 outs, though. And Jones throws that one in the dirt, 1-0 to start out. It's the battle of the Joneses. 1-0. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be way outside. 2-0. Jones needs to put this one in the strike zone and trust the defense. You're going to get the generous call on that one for strike number 1. 2-1. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be ball number 3. So 3-1. 1 pitch away from walking in another run. Bruins have had multiple opportunities to get out of this inning, and for whatever reason, whether an error or unable to make a play at first, haven't been able to get it done. That one's going to be fouled out to left field. Hit and on the run, able to make the play is Kilburn, and the Bruins able to get out of that inning with just giving up 1 run to the Tigers. Some great pitching from Jones, and the Bruins are due up in just a moment.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's. At the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Home furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too, with professional advice. Major appliances from America's top name brands. Mattresses and bedding accessories. Outdoor living and grilling too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's, for your life.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
And now we're in here at USJ, about an hour and a half in. We started around 6:30, but the Bruins are down right now by 8 runs. They're due up and looking to make a splash here. It's still only the bottom of the 4th inning. Sun is completely down, and the temperature has dropped a little bit, about 64 degrees here in Jackson. And the boys from Savannah lead it right now, 13-5. It's going to be Wyatt Scott up to bat. Coming into today's game, hitting about 300 at the plate. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be strike number 1. Looked a bit outside to me, but I get paid to commentate, not to call the game. 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Scott took a big cut at that one, looking for his first hit of the ball game. Struck out once earlier. He'll watch that one for ball number 1, 1-2. Sparks just 7 pitches in. That one almost hits him. Ball number 2. Sparks starting out with 2 straight strikes and 2 balls. Right after that, so an even count at 2-2. Here comes the pitch. Swing and fouled right back. Able to stay alive for Scott. Here comes the pitch. Outside. So full count now. Scott at the plate. He was down 0-2. Gets it to 3-2. He's going to hit that one right out of the reach of the shortstop, and a single for Scott. Way to battle back 0-2. Takes 3 straight balls and then gets a single to get it going for the Bruins here in the bottom of the 4th. The Bruins have been able to score at least 1 run in the first 3 innings. And Clinton Hardin looking to get it done here at the plate with a runner on. Here comes the pitch from Sparks. That one's going to be called for a strike. I almost said that's going to be low and inside, but must have just found the corner of the strike zone. Here's the 0-1. Swing and chopped straight back to the right side. So it's the 0-2. Sparks has a little bit of room here, and Hardin's going to take a moment outside the box. Here's the 0-2. Chopped to the right side and foul. Hardin staying alive. 4 pitches here in this at-bat. He's 2 for 2 today. Two hits and 2 RBIs as well. So he's been the go-to man for the Bruins. He's going to hit that one straight up. Could be a play for Sparks. And it's going to fall out of his glove. How many times have we seen that happen tonight from both teams? Sparks unable to make the easy routine play, and Hardin up to bat. So the 0-2 yet again. That one's going to be high for ball number 1. Hardin got lucky, and Sparks couldn't make the play. We'll see if he can make the most of it here from the plate. One and 2. Scott could be running here. Chooses not to, and that was going to be chopped right back. I thought I was going to make a play here in the press box on that one, but it goes right over our head. 1-2, still your count. Hardin is battling to stay alive. It's been just a little bit late on the last couple ones he's made contact with. We'll see if he makes the adjustment here. He'll get a hold of it, but it's going to be fouled right back and just die on the ground there. Still 1-2. Hardin's running up the pitch count right now for Sparks. Here comes the 1-2 once again. That's going to be chopped right to the shortstop. Could be a double play ball. They get the one at second, but not in time at first. So Hardin able to hustle it out there at first, but Scott will be out on a fielder's choice there at second. 1 out for the Bruins. They've still got a runner on. Salmons is up to bat now, the freshman. And they're going to go ahead and check on Hardin over there at first. He's able to get back fairly easily. Here comes the pitch. Thought about a swing, but doesn't swing. Still strike number 1. That one's going to get loose, and Hardin able to stand up over at second. So he'll advance 1-1 now to Salmons. So running in scoring position right now for the Bruins, an opportunity for them to score here with 1 out. 1-1 is the count. And here comes the pitch. That's going to be chopped right over to first. Should be an easy play. It'll advance the runner. Hardin moves over to third, but there are 2 outs.
Now batting Brooks Jones.
Brooks Jones up to bat now. Swing and a miss. A big cut there from Jones, who's had 0 at-bats technically on the day. He walked earlier in today's game and scored. 0-1 the count with 2 outs. He watches that one to even up the count. That one finds its way right into the strike zone. Some nasty movement on that one. 1-2. Sparks is 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. That one won't be it. 2-2. So Jones with an even count now. 2 outs. He does have Hardin over there on third. Could get a single, the Bruins will get a run back. And a swing and a miss. That's going to be strike number 3. And Sparks able to get out of the inning without giving up a run. The Bruins will have to defend now against Hardin County. We'll be up in just a moment, 13-5, your score here at USJ.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
And Hardin County will be up to bat in just a moment here at the top of the 5th. The Bruins faithful are out here tonight on what is a beautiful night in Jackson. Storms expected to hit maybe early morning tomorrow, later tonight, but right now it is some beautiful and perfect baseball weather here at USJ. And we are just moments away from the top of the 5th. And here we go. The 5th inning is just about underway. Hardin County leads it right now 13-5. If you're just now joining us, a lot of that reason is just errors from the Bruins. The pitching hasn't been bad. The defense hasn't been bad, but a couple key mistakes have led to just a big lead from the Tigers. Now 7 hits as well is a factor. Strickland is at the plate, and Jones still pitching for your Bruins. 38 pitches so far for Jones. Swing and a miss. That was a big cut from Strickland, who's 1 for 2 on the day. One and 1 is the count. Here's the pitch. That one's a little bit high. 2-1. Bruins in the middle of their lineup right now. Near the end. 2-1 the pitch to Strickland. It's going to be ball number 3. I guess it was a little bit low. Here comes the pitch, and ball number 4. So Strickland's going to reach on 5 pitches there. And the Tigers have a long road home tonight. It's already 8:20. They've got about an hour or hour 15 over to Savannah here from USJ. So going to be a late night for the Tigers, and they're going to be tired at school tomorrow, no doubt. But right now, it could be a good night for them. They lead it right now 13-5. If you get a win, you don't mind being a little bit tired. Here comes the first pitch to Nesbitt. He's 0 for 2 today. And great save there to be able to prevent that one from going all the way back to the backstop, and Strickland moving over to second. So 1-0 the count. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be fouled off to the left field side. No play. It's a 1-1 count, no outs. Strickland is on first. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to find a piece of his back and put Nesbitt on the bag. So runners on first and second. Strickland on second. Nesbitt on first. No outs. Bruins are going to talk this one over. At the mound, we could see a pitching change. Jones is up to 45 pitches. Looks like they're going to go ahead and take the ball from Jones. And the Bruins will make a pitching change here in the top of the 5th. They trail right now 13-5. While they warm up, we'll take a quick break here at BallGame Blitz and be back in just a moment.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
Ready for spring cleaning? Don't forget your HVAC system. Somebody needs to clean out all that dust and grime, and that somebody is us. Let McCoy's Heating and Air professionally clean your system so cool air can flow where it needs to go. Schedule now and you can get your cleaning for only $90. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
It's going to be Foster on the mound for the Bruins. 2 runners on. He'll inherit those runners. The Bruins are down right now 13-5. No outs at the moment, and Phillips will be at the plate in just a moment after a couple more warm-up pitches. Foster taking the mound for the Bruins. Hardin Counties have a good day of hitting so far. 7 hits as a team. Right now they lead it by 8 runs. Phillips will go ahead and get in the batter's box, and we'll see the first pitches from Foster today. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be low for ball number 1. Going to go ahead and run over to third and almost overslide the bag is Weeks, the pinch runner for Hardin County. So runners on the corners now. takes away the force out at third. Almost took Kilburn by surprise. It's like no one alerted him that the runner was going, and throw could have been on time if he had noticed it right away, but just a hair late. 1-1 now the count. Come back with the strike there for Foster. Here comes the 1-1. Runners going. No throw, as Nesbitt will take it easily. 2-1. So runners now on second and third, both in scoring position. That one's going to be hit right over to the shortstop. There's going to be a play at first, but a run will score. Weeks will score as Nesbitt is able to advance over to third off the sacrifice. So 1 out. Hardin County makes it 14-5. Here's Harville up to bat. He's due for one today, 0-3. That one's going to be inside for ball number 1. So Foster came in to relieve, was able to get 1 out. Now the run that scored will not go on his ERA. It's not his. He inherited that runner. A swing and a miss for strike number 1. 1-1 now the count. Hardin County's just been doing a good job of making the opportunities they've had count. They've capitalized off of errors, capitalized off of walks, and sacrifice plays like you just saw. That one's going to be hit out to left field. It's going to drop. So 15th run is going to come in for Hardin County off the single for Harville, his first of the day. It's a 10-run lead right now for the Tigers. Still just 1 out for the Bruins. Wilkerson at the plate. He's 1 for 3 today. Here comes the pitch. It's 1 out and a runner on. That's going to be hit right up the middle and out of the reach of everybody. Takes a weird bounce off the pitcher's mound, and there's not a lot you can do as a middle infielder there to make the play on that one. So just a single for Wilkerson. Just did a good job of hitting the ball in a weird place. Now Sparks, the current pitcher for the Tigers, an opportunity to add on for his team here from the plate. 1 out, runners on first and second. That one's going to be hit right over to the shortstop. Should be a play at second, and they're not even going to make the throw over to first. So runners on the corners. They were able to get the 1 out off the fielder's choice. Harville's going to move over to third, and Sparks will reach on first. Wilkerson out at second, and the Bruins 1 out away from getting out of this inning here. Now, regardless of what happens now, the Bruins will have to score a run at least to be able to stay in this ball game. That one's going to be bouncing off of Kilburn, and a run is going to score standing up. Harville able to score. Sparks able to move over to second off the wild pitch. So 1-0, but the wild pitch will score a run. Samples it up to bat. He's 1 for 1. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be well outside. Here comes the 2-0. That's a good comeback pitch right there. Great pitch for strike number 1. 2-1. Bruins just need one more out here in this inning. Foster's up to 12 pitches. Here's the 2-1. Apparently that one found the strike zone for strike number 2. So 2-2 with 2 outs. They're going to talk it over. You just need one more pitch to get out of this one. Foster is one pitch away. Here it comes. You can hear Hardin County is loud over there in the dugout. A lot of energy when you've scored 16 runs out of the reach of Hardin. They're going to go ahead and send Sparks all the way home, and he's going to score standing up. Off the single from Samples, the Tigers add on. Just when you think the Bruins are going to be able to get out of it, Tigers able to just continue on. Samples 2 for 2 today. And it's a 12-run ball game right now. Here comes the pitch. Strike number 1 gets ahead of the hitter. It's McGee, of course, a heavy hitter up to bat. Oh, and 1 the pitch. And ball number 1. 1-1. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be chopped over to the right side. Might be able to make a play on it, but it's going to be out of reach over the fence. 1-2. Foster still ahead in the count. Here comes the 1-2. Going to be hit right to the shortstop. Drops it, but throws it over to make the play at second just in time. Good recovery from Hardin, and that is the end of the top of the 5th. 17-5 your score. The Bruins have got to get a pair of runs here to be able to stay in this one. Actually 3 before the mercy rule, so we're going to come back in just a moment and see if they can do just that.
Tired of going to the dealerships only to see empty spaces? Then come to Carlock Nissan of Jackson. We have over 60 new vehicles in stock and more coming in daily. You can see, feel, and of course smell that new car smell. Save up to $8,600 off MSRP on a new Nissan. Plus, special APR financing as low as 1.9%. It's all at Carlock Nissan of Jackson. You should already be here.
Mention BallGame Blitz Sports Network and receive a free gift.
Bruins have 3 outs here to make something happen. They're down by 12 runs right now. They've got Sellers up to bat for the first time today here at the plate. And a new pitcher in for the Tigers. Looks like he's coming in to try to close the deal. He's throwing some absolute heat from the mound, at least in the warm-ups. We'll see what he's able to do once you've actually got a batter in the box. It's going to be Aubrey Sellers, the first baseman. That one's going to be low and in the dirt. It's interesting the way that Stanley stands for the Tigers. He's got one leg completely stretched out. It doesn't look comfortable to me, but he's able to get the job done. Ball number 1, and the count is even. Stanley's been sitting that way all night. I guess it depends on the pitch, but ball number 2, and a good eye for Sellers. That one's going to be hit right to the second baseman. He bobbles it a little bit. The throw will be in time. A good scoop by McGee over there at first. Able to go down and pick up that one. So out number 1. Sellers unable to get it done. It looked like he was going to catch a little bit of a break, and the Nesbitt wasn't going to be able to make the play, but he did. Maddox Rabin up to bat. 1 out. A swing. Looks like, sounded like as well that he made a little bit of contact with that one. Strike number 1 as it's fouled back. That one high for ball number 1, so it's an even count. That one's way outside for ball number 2. Here comes the 2-1. That one well off the mark inside. 3-1 now the count. Swing and a miss to make the full count. Rabin has to be smart here. Here's the pitch. Ball number 4. He'll reach the base. So Rabin reaches over on first. Corbin Howard now, the hot hitter for the Bruins, up to bat. He's 1 for 2 on the day. See what he can do here. Pitch well inside for ball number 1. Gets away from Stanley a little bit. Here comes the 1-0 to Howard. In the dirt for ball number 2. Here comes the 2-0. He's going to swing and hit that one deep out to center, but looks like it'll be an easy play. And Wilkerson able to corral it in for out number 2. So the Tigers 1 out away from sealing the deal here at USJ. But first they've got to get past Max Kilburn, who has reached base every time he's come up to plate. He has walked 3 times in this ball game. They haven't been able to pitch a strike to him, and we'll see if they can here. Here comes the first pitch of the at-bat after he checks on Rabin over there at first. They're going to try to throw and get him out. It was close. He was not able to get back very quickly, but able to get back safely nonetheless. Trying to keep him honest over there. He doesn't have too significant of a lead. That's going to be in for strike number 1. Kilburn content to make them throw him strikes. They haven't proven that they can, yet today walked him every single time. He wouldn't mind another walk here. 0-1. That one's going to be high for ball number 1. Up at about the shoulder level on Kilburn for that one. Here's the 1-1. Ball number 2 down in the dirt. Checking over at first again. Just trying to keep him honest. No play. It's the 2-1 now to Kilburn. High for ball number 3. He's got a great eye at the plate. He's not an easy out. He's a little bit on the smaller side, but he uses it to his advantage. Make sure that he is patient at the plate. He hits that one. Good play by the second baseman, and the throw is off the mark. So automatically will advance to second. And I believe is going to be an error. But Kilburn will be on second. Rabin will go over to third, so the Bruins an opportunity to score with 2 outs. And Max Kilburn will come up to the plate. Kilburn hit that last one in an awkward place, and the second baseman, Nesbitt, was able to make a play on it to stop it from going to the outfield, but he tried to rush the throw in order to make the out and well overthrew it. Max Kilburn at the plate trying to keep the Bruins alive. He'll step out. Go right back to it. Here's the 0-1. Looked pretty good to me, but they're going to call that one a ball. 1-1. Looks like Kilburn caught a break on that one. It's an even count. That one's going to be chopped over to the right side of things, and it's going to land. That's going to score 2 runs for the Bruins, standing up off the single from Max Kilburn. So the Bruins trail by 10. That's going to bring up Wyatt Scott to the plate. The Bruins able to continue to stay alive here in the bottom of the 5th. The Kilburn brothers getting it done. Scott's 1 for 3 at the plate. He's going to foul one right back into the net for strike 1. Oh and 1. And strike number 2 off a good pitch there from Harville. Oh and 2. Tigers are 1 pitch away. Scott's got to be careful here. Inside. Oh, they're going to say that one curved back in for strike number 3. When it's 0 and 2 with 2 outs, you got to make sure that you are extra careful at the plate. That's going to be the end of this one, 17-7. The final score. The 2 teams are going to shake hands. We're going to take a really quick break and be right back here to wrap this one up here at USJ.
Ready for spring cleaning? Don't forget your HVAC system. Somebody needs to clean out all that dust and grime, and that somebody is us. Let McCoy's Heating and Air professionally clean your system so cool air can flow where it needs to go. Schedule now and you can get your cleaning for only $90. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
The Bruins were able to put together a good game, 7 runs today, but it was just too little. The Tigers, 17 runs. They were hitting the ball super well. The Bruins' defensive woes, 4 errors in the ball game, just really forced them out of this ball game, but a good job from the Bruins to continue to play, even an effort there valiantly in the bottom of the 5th. The last inning, they put together 2 runs and a great game from Kilburn, who had 4 walks, 3 for him, 1 hit for Kilburn. His brother, Scott, had a hit, and 2 hits for Hardin. That pretty much rounds it out for the Bruins, but they were just able to play small ball and put together 7 runs on just 5 hits, but it was not enough to defeat the Tigers from Hardin County over in Savannah. The Bruins do play again tomorrow right here at USJ versus Scotts Hill at 6 o'clock. So make sure to tune in for that ball game and support the Bruins. They're looking to bounce back after a tough game here at USJ. I'm Alexander Bitterling. Have a great rest of your night and be safe in that difficult weather tomorrow.